Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Set. Cougar 19. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds. But not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
They go play fake. Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Mahomes now on first down. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Myles Jack there to make the tackle.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now ETN to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's going to air one out. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Lawrence will throw. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Here's a give to Etienne. A first down and more, Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point, hug the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Steven Sims on the return from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Mahomes now on first down. A throw taken in by Sims. That catch good for only a couple.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelce. Touchdown! Travis Kelce. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 34.
On 2nd and 2, Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Steven Sims now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. Mahomes on 3rd. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sims. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw there complete to Sims. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Balaj. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mike Burton as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Lawrence to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. This
will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 86 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Edwards-Helaire. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run it in with Burton. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. We got a good battle developing down around the goal line in the trenches.
We certainly do. They went fullback dive. He's going to ask for it again because he doesn't get many opportunities to carry the ball, so you know he's going to be determined. That might be the right call to come back with it one more time.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Play action. It's Lawrence. Here's Johnson with a reception. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 30. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there, handed to their big guy to pick up a 1st down.
Looking for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, They brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Score! It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Travis Etienne. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Sims to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now this time Mahomes will throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead to more issues.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Agnew now to return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Lawrence's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A give running right, Etienne. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have a Jags first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw hauled in by QT here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A handoff for Etienne, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They run here with Jason Huntley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. They'll look to throw. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Pass complete to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Sims. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Looked like they felt like there was just way too much traffic, so instead of trying to run through the pile on 3rd and goal, they tried to take it outside. But how about that pursuit by the defense? Way too much for them, and they held him up short of the line of scrimmage and the goal line.
One final try from Mahomes. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Jaguars, they get back to 500 at 8-8 with one game remaining. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of